microphone working.
This is the Division
17.
Podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Episode 17, live and direct
17,
y'all.
from
already
downtown
know.
Lafayette AOC Studios.
We are in the building.
And I am your moderator, Ryan G, with the usual suspects. Somebody new who's been on hiatus. But y'all go ahead and introduce yourself, man. What's up?
I'm Mr. Taylor.
All right, Reggie F. Baby.
What the F stand for, Reg?
Flugins.
Yeah, and I'm Phil back in the building.
Philly
Been out for a little while, y'all.
You're back at it again.
Yes,
We
sir.
back
Yes, sir.
at it
Back
again,
to be
man.
with my fellows.
Okay.
Episode 17. We got a lot to get into, a lot to talk about. It's Saints and Cowboy Patriot week this week.
No, you said it
So
right.
we
You
getting
said
You
it
said it
right.
right with the
You said
Saints.
it right.
You said it right.
Cowboy
We know
Patriot week this
We know
week.
where your heart at.
Oh,
Let's
boy,
go
get out of
Pats,
here.
baby. Let's go Pats.
We know what.
Cowboys all day.
Yeah, let's go make that money, Pat.
Let's go Pats.
Let's get into these scores from this past Sunday. Had a lot of good games going on. We had the Minnesota Vikings coming back to beat the Denver Broncos 27-23.
Yes,
That
good
was a
game.
crazy game.
Very
Yeah,
good
it
game.
was.
Crazy game. 20
Denver
to
led.
0 halftime.
Time.
And then
They said an NFL record of something that ain't happened in a very, very long time.
Next
Football
score 35-27 Cowboys over the Lions. My Cowboys handled their business. Dak performing and dealing out there. Indianapolis Colts 33,
Dealing over the
Jacksonville
Lions.
Jaguars
Against a backup
13.
quarterback.
Yep.
Buffalo Bills 37, Miami Dolphins 20, New Orleans Saints
New
34,
Orleans.
went to Tampa Bay,
That's how
beat
you
Tampa
beat a
Bay
starter.
17, 34-17. The Jets 34 over the Redskins, they had 17. The Falcons starting to show a little life now, 29-3 over the Carolina Panthers.
we gave him CPR.
Fur, shout out to Fur.
Yes, and Lamar.
Shout out to Fur,
Baltimore Ravens 41
I see you,
over
little
the
brother.
Houston Texans
I
7
see you,
points.
man.
Lamar showed he's definitely in the lead for the MVP.
I was more disappointed in the Texans.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
me too.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yes, definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
San Francisco 49ers 36, Arizona Cardinals 26, Oakland Raiders 17 over the Bengals. They had 10. New England Patriots 17. Thank you, Mr. Whalen, for knocking out them Eagles
It
for
was a
us
struggle.
17 to
It
10.
was a struggle.
Appreciate
Let's
it.
go Pats.
And
Can you
the
get that
Chicago,
watermark? Can you get that watermark off if you don't mind?
Yeah, the Chicago Bears beating the Los Angeles Rams 7-17. It ain't gonna come off right now, Reg. We just gotta rock with it. So that's how the games went over the weekend. We had the Monday night. Who played the Monday night?
Janky.
The Monday night.
The Monday night. I don't
Pass
even
Patrick
remember.
Mahomes.
Yeah, that
the
was Patrick Mahomes,
Chargers,
Phillip Rivers.
Chargers Chiefs.
Yeah, Chargers.
Yeah,
Chiefs.
I had Phillip Rivers on fantasy. I dropped him the next day very promptly.
Yeah,
Man,
7
poor Phillip
interceptions
Rivers,
in 2
man.
games.
I mean,
Mr. Phillip Rivers.
It came down to the end.
End, yeah,
they
it sure
made a
did.
big
To
big pass to Mike Williams down the
and he
sideline.
threw another
Got in
interception.
the red zone and could have took it to overtime and underthrew it.
7 interceptions in 2 games.
Had the ball twice.
That
Underthrew.
big-
I didn't understand the throw. I mean, either you throw it out of bounds. I mean, you can't. You're not throwing a jump ball to Eckler. Come on.
Yeah,
Four
he
picks.
didn't even throw the ball good to where he could catch the ball anyway.
Phillip Rivers looked like he started to fall off a little bit.
He had 3 balls in that fourth quarter the way he hit the back of the lineman head.
he have absolutely too much talent to look like
Yes.
they're looking right now.
'Cause what,
They
he's
have
a-
everything you
he's
need.
a
on
He's
second-
looking
offense.
old, bro.
Yeah,
He's
but
looking old.
he
That's how he looking.
was the second leading one in the yards behind your boy Dak, huh?
Melvin Gordon dropped some
Yeah, he's
some
second.
key
He's second
balls
right
down
now.
the stretch too.
Yeah, he did.
Let's get into these Saints, man.
All right, man.
Yes.
New Orleans Saints, man, 34-17 over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It was a division game. We went over there to Florida, and we took care of business. Drew Brees, 28-35, 228 yards
Yes,
passing,
sir.
3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Alvin Kamara, 13 carries, 75
Five.
yards. Latavius Murray, 10 carries, 27 yards. And then we had the wide receiver, Michael Thomas,
yes.
8 catches, 114 yards, 1 touchdown. Alvin Kamara had 10 catches also for 47 yards. Jared Cook had 2 catches, 33 yards.
Some big catches,
1
too.
beautiful touchdown. And so did Ted again. He caught a nice touchdown also.
And speaking of Michael Thomas, I got a graphic for you. He's the first player in NFL history to have 90-plus catches in his team's first 10 games. He's on pace. I believe we were talking
Marvin
about it last
Harrison.
night.
Actually,
To break Marvin
that
Harrison
that
record?
number should be 94 right now. So it's 94
Yeah.
catches
It's
in the
90
first
plus.
10 games.
Yeah, 90 plus.
That's
Same
90
thing, right?
plus.
Well, I would like to see the 4.
It's 90
plus
plus.
is any number after 0.
Oh my goodness.
For you listeners, they have the
And-
graphic
and-
up there,
and
90
y'all-
plus. It should be 94.
Okay,
Okay.
and y'all played the 3 and 7 Bucks. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
We
Tell him, Wade.
we
Well, we,
played a,
hold on, but we did what we were supposed to do to the team.
I didn't say you didn't.
We played a
I just was
divisional
trying to make
team.
sure I knew who y'all played.
You know,
Yeah, we know
I want
exactly
everybody
who
to know
we
who
played.
y'all
just
played.
like y'all play a professional NFL team.
And by winning that game, that halts that brings the record up to 8-2 for the Saints,
Yes,
leading our
8-2.
division.
We got the division standings. We'll show everybody
Shout
later,
out to
let
the
them kind of
Saints.
see it. We're going to do this for first NCAA here. Shout out to Fur. Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, I'm
Yes.
sorry. Real quick, we have the Falcons on Thursday night, the Thursday night game. So y'all, I'm sorry. We have the Panthers this Sunday coming up at home. The Panthers at home.
Okay. And we were just talking about this game earlier. 41-7.
Yes.
Baltimore Ravens over the Houston Texans.
Yes,
and
Lamar.
this was just a bloodbath right
Yeah,
now.
Lamar Jackson did his thing, man. He was 17 for 24, 222 yards, 4 touchdowns.
4 touchdowns.
4 touchdowns. Plus the ball had 10 carries for 79 yards. No touchdown on down, but he just did whatever he wanted. He definitely looked like Patrick Mahomes last year.
You know what? I think between the time he played last year and now, the game has slowed down so much for him that it's ridiculous.
I saw some big third down throws he made.
Yeah, you did too.
Big time throws.
Yeah, and he's relaxed in the pocket, and he knows if they ever get close to him, he can just bounce out of there and get away from him. So he just sits in the pocket, comfortable, waiting for the coverage to bust open and complete his passes. He's looking good.
Yeah. and-
Did y'all see how he looks when he gets out the pocket? The speed, the wheels that boy has, man.
Yeah,
well,
but
I'm a
he-
Patriots fan, so we saw it up front.
Y'all saw it up close and personal, Mr. Wade.
And we had him. It's sometimes we had him in the game.
and he was gone.
Yeah.
And he got out of
And he
there.
was gone.
Oh, but that Texans team, at
Yeah.
home. No, they was on the road.
No, they was in Baltimore.
They was
on the road.
But I mean, they just didn't even put up a fight.
No, they
No.
didn't.
Deshaun
Deshaun
Watson.
Watson.
He was on the ground
holding
every
the ball
time
too
they turn
long.
around.
Well,
yeah,
you-
he held the ball for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
On
But
that,
that-
on one of those sacks, 10 seconds.
I understand that, but
Get out of the pocket and throw it away,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, that is your fault at
Get
that
out
point.
of the pocket and throw it away.
But his line is terrible.
Yeah,
But
they
10
are.
seconds.
They are.
His,
I can't even say that after that.
Hey, look, I play with them on Madden, and the same thing happened on Madden. They like open up the line sometimes
Well, they
for
went
the
and got
lineman
that.
to
Well,
come
well,
they
ain't-
went and got Tunsil.
Well, ain't he the new
Dolphins.
Cam Newton, but we getting hit and everything like that? He's the most hit
Yeah,
quarterback.
man, and they need to protect him because he's a real good athlete, and if they don't protect him, he's not gonna last like
Deshaun
that.
gets hit too
JJ
much.
Watt went down. They looking suspect.
They got
All
rid
around.
of Jadavian Clowney.
Receivers can't stay
And
healthy.
clowning with the
Yeah.
Oh,
Seahawks.
yeah, he's
I know.
doing real good up
But
there.
shout out to the Ravens.
Shout
Yeah.
out to the Ravens.
They did what they were supposed to do.
All
Mr.
right.
Whalen, yo, Pats 17-10.
Yep, we got out there and did y'all a favor in the NFC East.
Yeah.
17-10 over the Eagles. A good team, might I add. Tom Brady, 26 for 47, 216 yards.
4-6.
He
y'all,
had to
y'all
complete-
beat a 4-5,
He-
5-14.
Tom Brady had 10 completions to 10 different receivers. So, I mean, he's just out there doing the best he can do with what he got to work with.
Yep.
Edelman led the receivers, 5 catches, 53 yards.
And he lived with passing too.
Sanu was pretty similar. Yep. Edelman come out there 1 for 1.
One with a touchdown.
1 for 1 for 15 yards and a touchdown. We punted the ball 8 times.
Wow.
The running game didn't give us nothing. Sony Michel, 10 carries, 33
Hey.
yards. The defense came up with 5 big sacks. No picks, no fumbles. So, way to grind out a win up there in
Man,
in Philly on the road.
If y'all could remember, I said before the season started that this is how the Pats was going to be looking. And I said Tom Brady was going to do a lot of short
We've
passes.
been through a lot of
He wasn't
changes.
going to be going deep. I
Tom
said
wasn't
that.
happy after that game.
No,
I
we,
said
we,
that.
we've been through a lot of changes, man.
And Tom
We
was
can't
on the
keep a
ground plenty of
consistent
times.
receiving
Yes, he
core.
was.
We can't keep a consistent receiving core. we dealing with what we got to work
Well,
with.
I don't want to hear that because Tom is known as the quarterback to play with no
Anybody.
name
And you see,
receivers.
Go get somebody out the stands. It don't matter.
You
Yep.
saw we edged out.
So
a
I don't
win,
want to
huh?
hear. I don't want to hear that now. Whenever y'all struggling, we don't have any
Well, it
receivers
ain't
now.
struggling.
We
We
can't
won.
keep a receiving core
Well, we
together.
won.
Tell them you're 9-1.
But how many
Hey.
times?
Hey.
How many times he said,
Let me-
"Oh man, look at him.
let me
Who's
finish
that
this
receiver?"
segment.
Hey.
You don't
Pull his
even
coat
know.
real quick.
We don't need no
9-1,
name brand.
9-1, dealing with what we got to work
Say it with some bass in your voice.
Hosting the Cowboys this Sunday. Looking forward to it.
Yes,
man.
sir.
I'm looking
Yeah,
forward to
me
that
too.
too, Will, and let's get this money, man.
All right, now
let's
look,
get
Reg.
this
Go
money.
Pats, baby. Go Pats.
They got
Go
some
Pats
swindling
for that.
going on.
Now let's get to the America's team. You know what I'm saying? Get that out of
They
here.
can't
Get that
see
out of
it.
here.
The
He
seat
got
in the
him.
way.
America's
You gotta
team,
stand up the chair in the way.
35-27. I already took the
He
camera
ain't
off.
even got the camera on.
35-27.
He know what it is.
Dak Prescott 29 for 46, 444 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 turnovers. Dak Prescott is making his case to be an MVP candidate. Dak is
Oh,
out
stop.
there
In your
handling
mind.
his
You
business
say
right now.
like
In your
leading
mind.
the league in passing, second in QBR. I got stats because we have
What's
a
his
segment
record?
later on.
What's
We're
his
starting
record?
to get to MVP. 6-4.
6-4.
Leading his division.
All this
Okay.
Leading his division. If the
Okay.
playoffs started today, we get a home game in the playoffs. I don't want to hear that no more.
Yeah, but the
man.
playoffs don't start
Dak doing
today.
his thing, man.
The
Dak
playoffs
doing
don't-
his thing. We went out there. We handled our business against the Lions.
Well, why
our
y'all still
defense.
running the
Hold
ball
on. Now,
on
see,
third
when y'all
down?
talk Pats and y'all talk Saints, I ain't say nothing. Nathaniel.
Okay,
Shut up.
All right,
Okay,
go
okay,
ahead,
okay.
go
But I
ahead.
just have
Now,
one.
no, nothing.
Nothing.
Now, the one thing that our problem is that our defense, our vaunted defense that's supposed to be official, they ain't been playing like it. Because Red said it earlier. We let a backup quarterback put up 27 on us. And I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Dak out there doing his thing. Offense is ticking. Zeke need to get it in gear because 2 straight games he only had like 45 yards rushing.
Not
which
even 100
further-
combined in 2 games.
Which further proves the point Dak carrying the offense.
No, what
Oh.
further?
Carrying
man.
the offense.
Against
the man
who?
got 45
Against who?
points. It don't matter. You got to go out there to throw for 400 yards.
Ryan.
Reg, to throw for 400 yards in a game, in
Ryan.
an NFL game, I don't care.
Ryan, listen,
I don't
listen,
care,
listen,
man.
Ryan.
That's
Listen.
400 yards.
How many attempts?
46.
Okay, well, he should have 400 yards or 46 attempts.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, no.
Yeah, that's
Really?
true. Yeah,
But
46
how you
attempts.
figure?
How you figure? Do the numbers for a quarterback. If a quarterback passed 46 times, he should have at least
When
400
Zeke
yards
run for
passing.
100 yards, it's all play action. It's all because of the run. Now, when we can't get the run game going and Dak has to actually throw it, he threw it 46 times.
But
That's
do you-
hating, man.
do-
Put your
do
hater
you know
goggles
why-
on,
Do
man.
you know why?
Put
Do you
your
know why
hater
Dak?
goggles on,
Do you
man.
know why Dak is completing a lot of passes also?
Why?
Because the teams are focusing on stopping
Zeke,
Ezekiel
yes.
Elliott.
Okay.
So that's how it's opening up for the passing. The minute they focus on the passing, matter of fact, let me tell you
He's
another
leading
stat.
the league in passing.
Okay,
We
well,
at
So
week
that makes him.
well,
10.
So that
Well,
automatically makes him a candidate for the. For
We at week 10.
Okay.
But we're going to get into the MVP.
But
He
hold
having a
on.
good season.
One more thing.
Thank
one
you.
more
He's
thing.
having a good season. That's
But
all
not
I'm
a-
trying to say.
but
He
not
trying
a
to just-
MVP
Not
season.
an MVP season. I'll say he's having
That's
a
real
good
talk.
season.
Well, I'll make
also.
my case for that later.
But listen,
I'll make
your
my case for that
team,
later.
your team has never beaten a top 20 defense this year. Period. The Patriots gonna be their
Top
first
20?
test. Top 20 defense.
Not
They,
top-
Damn.
they have not beaten a top 20 defense this
Whoa.
year. Go check all
That's
the
a
defense
stat.
that they played. The
Well, I got a stat that
the
begs to
Patriots is
differ
gonna
from
be the
that.
first defense.
I got a stat that begs to differ that, but I'll wait till we get to the MVP talk. We're not
Okay,
going to do
go
that right
ahead.
now. And coming up next, Mr. Whalen just said is Cowboy and his Patriots. So I got a little something just to have a quarterback comparison on
In-
what they're
in
doing right
Foxborough.
now. What they're doing right
Let's
now.
see that. Y'all
In
see that up there, y'all?
Foxborough.
Now,
Y'all see that
everybody
up there?
talking about how Brady, what kind of season he's having and
come
whatnot.
on, man.
Yep.
Dak
Yep.
right
Come
now,
on, man.
3,221 yards to Brady's 2,752. So that's a lot more yards. Touchdowns, Dak 21 to Brady's 14.
It's a lot more yards.
Yeah.
It's
You know.
500 yards.
Interceptions, Dak has more. He has 9 to
Okay.
Brady's 5.
Speak on it.
And the QBR, the quarterback rating, 104.1 to 90.1.
Where do you find these pictures on fantasy.com or
Nah,
something?
bruh. No, that's
Like,
stats.
this is-
You love stats.
Yeah,
You
I
can
know.
find me every kind of stat for LeBron James. I go find a stat for somebody
okay,
who
right.
don't
Tell me
like
we're
it.
going NFL.
Well, leave that
Come
up.
on, man.
Leave that up there right there, and I got one more stat for y'all.
Go ahead.
What's up? What's up?
With the talent on both teams, Tom Brady is 9-1, and Dak is 6-4.
And that's what matters.
That's what
and
matters.
that's what matters.
But I just want to know.
And you
I
know,
got a
look,
question.
Because Tom
Go ahead,
has
Phil.
Bill
It-
Belichick, and
hold
we
on.
got Jason
my
Garrett.
no.
goodness.
I don't want to hear that.
No, no, no.
I
So
don't
you
want to
over
hear
there
that.
with Ezekiel Elliott.
But I'm just
doing?
I'm just asking why you think that he's an MVP candidate because
We're gonna get into that later. We have a segment for that.
Look,
We have a segment for that.
look at this. Look at the teams that Dak played against
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah,
And you know what I mean? And of course you're gonna have numbers like that.
It just sound like a bunch of hating. It sound like a bunch of
The
hating.
I
Giants?
just need to know the 9-1 and 6-4.
Viewers,
Hey, that's it.
9-1, 6-4.
peep this out. We talk Patriots, we talk Saints. I didn't ask them all these questions. I let them have their
You right,
glory.
you right.
I'm talking Cowboys.
Okay.
I'm getting
Okay.
50
No,
million
no,
questions. I'm
you-
getting bombarded.
you-
Why
okay.
he's doing this? Why
Because-
he's doing that? Why he's doing that?
Because Ryan, you
We
started,
going to the
you started
players of the
you
week,
started
Reg.
the
Players of the week. We got to move
conversation-
along, man.
Players-
We got to move along. Player of the
You
week.
started the
The
conversation with
NFC
MVP talk.
Offensive Player of the Week. We doing MVP segment later.
Prescott.
Offensive Player of the Week, Dak Prescott.
There you go.
444 yards, 3 passing touchdowns, a passer rating of 116.6.
Golf clap.
Get out of here. Thank you.
defense.
Defensive Player of the Week, Aaron Donald, defensive tackle. We all know him, Mr. 100 on Madden from the Los Angeles Rams. He
Shout
had
out to Aaron Donald,
four
man. Shout out to a
tackles,
real player.
2 sacks. He handled his business. Had a. Did they win? They won.
The
They played
Rams?
the Bears.
The Rams? Yeah. Yeah,
Shout
they
out
won.
to the real player, man.
Now there you go. Lord have mercy.
AFC.
Offensive AFC Offensive Player of the Week, Josh Allen. 256 yards, 56 yards rushing, and a total of 4
touchdowns.
touchdowns.
And I
So
had
he
him
a
on my
good day.
bench
Wow.
in fantasy.
Oh, wow. See, that proves you don't know what you're doing. AFC Defensive Player of the Week, a name we hadn't really heard too much, Max Crosby, DN for the Raiders. He had 5 tackles, 4 sacks, 3 tackles for losses, and a forced fumble.
That's pretty
True.
impressive
Yeah,
for
he
Max.
said-
Anytime you see Max with a double X on it,
Yeah, you
like
know,
the
you
little
see
Max guy for the Lakers, you saw for the game, he
here we go.
shot the little shots. No, you know, like during the
Oh,
little
the
break.
halftime.
Our
Yeah.
division
Max.
leaders.
The little kid name was Max. He made like 30 points. Anyways, let's go on to the
The
Lakers.
AFC North, 8-2, the leader, Baltimore Ravens. AFC East, 9-1, the Patriots.
9-1.
AFC South, the Colts, 6-4. AFC West, the Chiefs, 7-4. Those are your leaders in the AFC. In the NFC North, Packers, 8-2. Cowboys in the East, 6-4. In the South,
6-4.
8-2.
Yeah.
And NFC West, San Francisco 49ers, 9-1.
Yeah.
So we got the best record in the league. That's what you telling me?
No, y'all tied
No.
with San Fran.
So we both got the best record in the league?
Right
9-1
now.
is 9-1
until this
is
Sunday.
9-1
Until
the best
this
record?
Sunday. Until this Sunday.
Oh, my
yes,
God.
sir.
Ryan said
Until
you
Just
got a
answer the
premonition.
question.
Ryan
Just
said he
think,
got a
just think if we
premonition,
was
man.
in one of the divisions where they 6-4 leading, man, we'd be like top dog.
But you know what? That don't matter with the Saints because they had the best record every year and don't make it to the Super Bowl. So
Y'all had
your
your
passing
you
leaders.
talk- You don't talk about
Passing
making a
Passing
Super
leaders,
Bowl.
your number one passing
Well, the
leader
Cowboys
in the
made the Super Bowl.
NFL is 32-21, Dak Prescott. Number 2 is Phillip Rivers, 31-69, garbage.
he
Number
up
3.
The first one was
call
garbage, too.
I call him garbage because that man
The
made
third-
me lose 2 of my fantasy leagues with them 4 picks.
The
them
third one
interceptions.
garbage too.
That garbage too.
The third one garbage too.
Wow.
The first 3 garbage, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Well, nobody asked
Number
you,
5
Reg.
garbage. Go
What,
ahead,
Patrick
on.
Mahomes, 2808?
I say number 5.
That's number.
2808 and
Number
number
five is
5,
golf.
He
Jared
said
Goff.
number 5.
And Tom Brady got 27-52.
And he ain't up
Man,
there.
if he
So-
not on the board, we
'Cause
not
he
talking
dinking and
about
dunking.
him.
I just want y'all to
Every
see the
single
Dinking
comparison.
and dunking, man.
Every single
Oh,
week.
Lord.
Rushing yards,
Let me
Christian
tell you, I missed
McCaffrey,
that.
number
I
1,
missed it.
1059.
The
number
MVP,
2,
the
Dalvin
real
Cook,
MVP.
1017. Nick Chubb at number 3 with 1011. Josh Jacobs for the Raiders. He has a case for Rookie of the Year, 923 for the Raiders. Marlon Mack, I believe he got hurt, but he's holding up 5th with 862.
Already.
And our receiving leaders, number 1, Michael Thomas, 1141. Mike Evans, 993.
Michael Thomas, man.
Godwin, also with Tampa Bay,
1,100 yards receiving.
887. Amari Cooper, 886. And Julio, where's Julio been? 882. Those are your league leaders.
Go ahead.
And
lead
all the
leader.
major categories that matter to most people who play fantasy or watch the games and things of that nature. Now, MVP talk,
Yes.
okay?
MVP.
We all gonna make a case for who we believe should be MVP. Not to say that, who the media thinks should be the MVP or whatnot, who we think should be the MVP, and we're going to go ahead and make a case for it. So we're just going to go around the room, let people have their time to speak.
Let me go.
Let people do their thing. So go ahead.
Look, as long as you don't say nothing outlandish, I have nothing to say.
Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. You crazy, boy.
You come here with that MVP talking that nonsense, you going to hear something. Simple
Especially
as
when
that.
you put Dak behind
Who
it.
you got, Phil?
I got Lamar Jackson, y'all. Y'all been seeing him. Y'all been watching him. I mean, the eye test is great to him. He got like we showed on the board right here. He got over 2,200 passing yards, 19 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, quarterback completion attempts. He had attempts at 279. He have 115 yards. 115. Let me see. I'm sorry. He has 788 total yards rushing, and he has 6 touchdowns, rushing touchdowns. He have a total of 6,104 yards total yard offense and 25 touchdowns. And I just think that he's looking like Patrick Mahomes last year, and Patrick Mahomes took it, but he taking it to another level.
Hold up. Patrick Mahomes had 50 touchdowns. You got 25 altogether?
No, I'm talking about
25 altogether.
I'm talking about as far as him. I'm talking about as far as him doing other things too.
You didn't have to compare
Not
it
the
to
passing.
Patrick Mahomes.
I'm talking about as far as him, as far as leading his team and what he doing, as far as a young he is, how he looking.
He leading his team.
He's the face of the league right now.
I mean,
I gotta say that.
He the face of the league right now. That's point blank.
He's doing a good job.
He is the face of the league.
I tell you what,
no
I mean,
doubt.
the defense playing real good with Earl Thomas and them over there. The play calling is impeccable with the way they design the plays around him. So I don't know,
Especially a week before last.
He still got to finish the season strong, stay healthy. So we got a little.
Well, it looked like
we got it out on Pat
It looked like he's
Mahomes.
picking up the pace. Let's go.
Yep.
All right, well, look, I'm going to make a case for Russell Wilson right quick. The number one fact for Russell Wilson is that they 8-2. They 8-2 right now. That's the number one fact. Over 2,700 yards passing, 23 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 50 attempts at rushing, 256 yards, 3 rushing. Now, throughout his career, 21 fourth quarter comebacks, 28 game-winning drives. And if you want a quarterback that's going to win a game for you on the road, it's Russell Wilson. This year, he's 6-1 on the road. And I'm making a case for him because he's playing like an MVP. He signed that check in the summertime, and it's not a lot of times these guys sign these checks and turn out to have a season the way he's having. So he's backing up the coaches and the money, and I'm enjoying what I'm seeing with Russell Wilson. Let's go, Russell.
So we got one for Lamar and one for Russ.
I like Russell Wilson. He do a lot with less, just like Tom do. And he is the face of the Seahawks, and the defense playing better too over there. And Pete Carroll got a lot to do with that winning too.
And 21 fourth quarter comeback drives. Yeah. I want him playing quarterback.
Yeah, but this is this year's MVP.
Yeah,
we're not talking about nothing.
Who you got, Mr. Wade?
He done had some game-winning drive this year.
I got Christian McCaffrey.
Okay,
all right.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Christian McCaffrey plays for the Carolina Panthers.
Oh, we had a brain fart right there.
The same team that lost Cam Newton week 1, and he got the team at 5-5, and he is a running back. And as a running back with no receivers, no quarterback,
/ wide receiver,
the defense game plans for 6 days for Christian McCaffrey. And when they do that, this is what it got him. The rushing leader in the NFL at 1,059 yards, 11 touchdowns, which leads the NFL, and with 517 receiving yards on 59 catches, that's receiver-like, with 3 touchdowns. And the boy, not even mention, he has more touchdowns combined. As of last week, he had more touchdowns, just him, than 4 other NFL teams.
And that's ridiculous.
And that's for real.
4 other teams, he got more touchdowns than. And they lost Cam Newton week 1, and they in contention. They in second place in the NFC South. They dropped a couple games against a couple good teams, being Green Bay, and they just lost a tough one to the Falcons, but division rival. But I mean, he outscored the Bengals.
With his numbers, it looked like they should have did something because he had some good numbers against the Falcons.
I mean, he have a good week every week.
He
And
didn't
I
have
mean,
a-
if you look at
no
somebody
touchdown.
almost 1,600 yards through 10 games, all purpose. and they know they stack in the box. So
Yeah.
that's the problem with Saquon Barkley. Why his season didn't turn out the way, because he lost Odell, didn't have anybody over there, and if you can produce like this at
Yeah.
an MVP level and tow the team from the backfield,
Well, that's a good
he
number
should
for
be in
McCaffrey.
contention.
So we got Russell Wilson, we got Lamar, we got Christian McCaffrey. I'm gonna make my
who you
case.
have, Ryan?
I got my case for Dak. Reg, if you don't let me talk, I'm gonna throw this damn phone at you. Okay, let me talk, dog.
just
Let me
asked
have
who
my
you
piece.
have.
Yeah, but you like to talk. Shut up. Dak Prescott, number 1 in the league in passing right now, 3,221 yards, second tied with the most passing TDs with Russell. A total of 24 touchdowns. QBR second in the league, 77.8, only second to Russell Wilson. And he would have more passing yards. Mr. Whalen, you could appreciate this too. The drop passes the receivers been having. He's had 22 drop balls on him, and that's first in the league, which could be 22 extra balls being caught. Second was Tom Brady with 19. He had
Okay.
19 drop
I was
balls.
about to say that.
Deshaun Watson had 17 drop balls. Mahomes had 15 drop balls. Russell had 11 drop balls. So that's the drop balls that he had.
Now
on
we
him.
about Drew?
He could have more yards.
He
on him.
even pulled out
Dak-
drop balls.
So now we talking about
Dak
drop
has
balls.
also joined Joe Montana
Wow.
as the only players with 4 games with 375 yards passing and 2 touchdowns through their team's first 10 games of the NFL season. The first QB in Cowboys' storied
He doing
history to throw for 3,000 yards in the first 10 games of the season. That hadn't been done by Romo, Aikman, Staubach, Meredith.
that's
none
Cowboys
of them.
That's
Hey,
Cowboy
hey,
stuff.
hey,
And,
calm
but
down.
that's-
Did
but that's
you write a
Cowboy
book?
stuff.
Hey.
Did you write a book?
It ain't all
this
fault.
No, that's
Cowboys
just
was
that's
so
just
bad
that.
in the past.
And I'm
stuff,
saying
man.
right now, you know what I'm saying? I know he's not going to win it, but he should be in the conversation. Because really and truthfully,
So-
if you ask me, hush, if you ask me, it should be Russell or Lamar. But
Oh, my goodness.
I believe he needs to be in the conversation. Give it more time, and we'll see.
And so,
Boom.
so you're gonna make your case for MVP and bring up drop balls, and that's part of your case, huh?
We doing
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
come
part
on.
of that. That's part
Okay,
of that.
whatever.
So let's get to these picks, man. We got to move it along, man. We got to move it along.
Well, I might well say if Christian McCaffrey, if they would have gave Christian McCaffrey some more balls, he'd have more stats.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're gonna do woulda.
Yeah.
Woulda, coulda.
Yeah.
We're just saying that's drop balls. Hey.
If
Yeah.
Christian would have got more handoffs, he might have had more rushing
Yeah,
yards.
they
huh?
should have handed
Boy,
the ball
whatever I
off more.
say about a Cowboy, y'all just come out and hate for it. I even gave you something.
Let's
They
go,
They
Pats.
dropped 19 on time.
I
Like, come
already know
on,
that.
man.
You ain't give me
They
that.
dropped 19 on
they,
time,
They
bro.
did that.
You know what I'm
you
saying?
didn't give me that.
No. Oh, I get you that. Okay, we're going to take it away from you this weekend. Keep talking that mess.
Why you didn't bring up
Game
the
1.
19 drops when you was
Thursday
doing the
night.
comparison?
We are we going way over on the NFL
Come
right
on,
now.
man.
Colts and Texans Thursday night. What it is?
Coach
Colts and
Texans.
Texans.
I can't call it with the
I'm
Texans.
Yeah,
the way they did
gonna
the
take the
other night.
Texans
Yeah.
at home.
Texans at home.
I
I think they're gonna bounce back.
I don't know. I got Colts.
Texans at home.
Coach
All right.
Brissett.
Sunday, these are the early games. Broncos at Buffalo.
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 AFC East, baby.
Buffalo turning the table.
AFC East.
Denver, that was a heartbreaker for them last week. They looked good, but the second half just fell off.
We ain't gonna say NFC East, but
Come
then,
on,
but
man.
Buffalo is doing their thing.
New
NFC
York and Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah.
I like New York. No offense in Chicago.
No offense. I like New York. We're going to go New York. Because Trubisky just,
He hurt us.
Trubisky gonna bounce back.
He hurt, I think.
He ain't bounced back all year.
Who we got?
He ain't played good at all.
Steelers, Bengals.
Steelers, Bengals.
Steelers.
I'm taking Steelers.
Yeah.
Oh, Steelers.
Yeah. Steelers all day.
Dolphins, Browns.
Looking for them Browns to take their
Browns.
third win in a row.
Yeah, the
AFC
Browns.
East, baby. I like Fitzpatrick.
They in Cleveland. Cleveland should win
It's
that
magic.
game. Cleveland should win that game.
Yeah. Cleveland should win.
Tampa Bay at the Falcons.
Falcons. I think the Falcons.
Falcons on the
Falcons
road.
at home.
Falcons on the road.
They
Falcons
both
at
they,
home.
they both 3-7, but
Falcons on the
flip
road.
a coin, Falcons.
I take the home team on that one.
Carolina at New Orleans.
Oh, Saints,
New
baby.
New Orleans.
No question.
Carolina Panthers. Christian McCaffrey.
I think I'm going with the MVP, baby.
MVP. Yeah, I'm
Lord.
riding with
Michael
you. man.
Thomas?
Let's go.
You
Michael
wanna,
Thomas?
you wanna put something on that?
Come on, man. Who we got next?
Seahawks at Eagles.
That's what I thought.
Seahawks at Eagles.
I'm taking the Seahawks in now and Russell
taking
Wilson.
Seahawks.
I like
just-
Wentz on the bounce
I just made a
back
case
after
for
Tom just left out of there.
Okay.
They
okay.
bounce back right here.
I like Seahawks right there. Lions at Redskins. Oh, that's a pick 'em.
So
Who?
It's
At
Stafford.
Redskins.
The other team. Who it is?
If,
Lions.
if
Lions.
Stafford is back, I'm going with the Lions.
I think he's out.
He
Dude.
not back.
Man.
He
No,
out.
he not back.
You know
Yeah.
what? I'm gonna take the Lions because of what they did to the Cowboys defense.
Lions.
Lions just a better team than
Yeah,
Washington.
they are.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Raiders at Jets.
AFC East, baby.
Oh, Raiders.
I'm taking
Raiders,
Jets.
bro.
I'm
Raiders.
going Jets.
Gruden got them Raiders ticking,
Yeah.
ball.
I go Raiders.
I like
too.
the Raiders. I like the Raiders.
AFC East,
I'm
Jets.
gonna surprisingly take the Jets at home.
Sam Darnold catching a groove.
Yeah,
after
I'm
the
gonna take
mono.
the Jets at home.
Okay. Jaguars at Titans.
Oh yeah,
Lord.
Titans.
I'm going with the
Yeah,
Jaguars.
Jaguars,
Probably
Nick Foles.
Nick Foles.
Nick Foles, he ain't do nothing last
He played pretty
No.
good. He did. He had like 292.
I think Titans going to run the ball down their throat.
He threw for like 292. Two touchdowns, one touchdown and a pick.
Now check out how this goes, audience. Cowboys at Patriots.
Patriots
Pats.
plus $50.
Patriots.
All day.
Patriots plus $50.
Patriots.
Pats all day, baby.
Although y'all possibly could pull it off.
The Sunday night game, Green Bay at San Fran.
That's gonna be a good one.
I'm taking
I take the 49.
I'm
San
taking
Francisco.
Green Bay because I want them to win.
San
49.
Francisco at home.
Green Bay. Everybody gonna be
Rodgers.
10-2 after this week
Not
over
gonna
there.
sleep on
Or
Rodgers.
9-2.
I ain't gonna lie, Aaron Rodgers is kind of like Seattle going over there.
And the Monday night game, Baltimore at the Rams.
That's
Going
gonna
with
be a
going
good
with
game.
going with the
It's
MVP
time
Lamar.
for Lamar to cool off.
I'm
Aaron
taking the
Donald got
Rams.
Aaron
something for
Donald.
him.
If Aaron Donald get his
I'm
hands on
going
Lamar.
Rams.
I'm
I think
taking
so.
Rams on that one.
I'm going Rams.
Okay. All right. So we had some more football stuff, but I don't think we really got time to get into it, fellas.
Nah, if we don't have time, let's
Let's roll.
move on.
All right, so let's go ahead and let's get into the college scores from
Number
over the
5-0.
weekend, man. Let's get from the college scores from over the weekend. We had number 3 Clemson beating Wake Forest. I'm gonna just slide through these quick, y'all. Number 4 Georgia beating number 12 Auburn. Number 18 Memphis beating Houston. Number 19 Texas over Iowa State. Number 24 Kansas State losing to West Virginia. Number 20 Iowa beating Minnesota. And we had number 17 Cincinnati over USF. I think that's South Florida. Number 10 Oklahoma
USF.
beating Baylor. That was a good game. Oklahoma had to come
Yeah,
back.
Baylor should have won that.
Yeah. Appalachian State, number 25, beating Georgia State. Number 7 Utah over UCLA.
Utah look good.
Number 21 Boise State over New Mexico. Number 6 Oregon over Arizona. You got number 11 Florida over Missouri.
Talk to them.
Gators.
baby.
Number 14
Gators.
Wisconsin over Nebraska.
9-2.
Number 15 Michigan over Michigan State. Number 22 Oklahoma State over Kansas. Number 16 Notre Dame beating number 23 Navy 52-20. Number 2 Ohio State just been running over everybody. They
Ohio
beat Rutgers.
State.
And for the final scores, LSU over Ole Miss. By the way, they're number 1 in the country. Number 5 Alabama beating Mississippi
Tigers.
State, but they
Go
lost to
Tigers.
Tonga
Go
Bailoa.
Tigers.
They lost him for the season.
Yeah,
And
that was a tough one.
Yeah.
number 9 Penn State over Indiana. So, Mr. Whalen, your Gators.
Let's go Gators, baby.
What you got on them, man?
Man, number 11, divisional opponent, come in there 23-6. Kyle Trask looked real good. 23 for 35, 282 yards, 2 touchdowns. And I think we got an off week and we come in with Florida State in 2 weeks.
Oh, so y'all got an in-state rival.
Not
going
this
on.
weekend, but next weekend we got Florida State. That was usually how we finish the season. And I think that Georgia game knocked us out of the SEC championship. So
Yeah.
I was pulling for Auburn in that
It's
game.
a good thing y'all didn't make it anyway.
No, get out of here. We wanted the rematch. I think y'all were going to beat Georgia.
Nah, y'all was gonna get slaughtered in that game.
Yeah, right.
LSU, Ole Miss, 58-37. What you got to say on it?
58.
Tiger
37.
fans.
Tiger fan.
That a
Joe
basketball
Burrow.
game?
So yes.
Joe Burrow, 32 of 42, 489 yards passing, 5 touchdowns.
Yes.
He did have 2 interceptions. And if he'd have paid attention to the coverage, he shouldn't have had no interceptions. Clyde Edwards-Hilaire had 23 carries, 172 yards, 1 rushing touchdown. Joe Burrow also carried the ball 9 times for 26 yards. Tyrion Davis-Price, 3 carries, 8 yards with a touchdown. On a receiving end, we had Jamar Chase, 8 catches, 227 yards,
3 touchdowns.
3 touchdowns. Justin Jefferson, 9 catches, 112 yards, 2 touchdowns. And then we had Thaddeus Moss, Randy Moss' son, 5 catches, 63 yards. Terrence Marshall Jr. had 4 catches, and also Clyde Edwards-Helaire had 4 catches. So he spreaded the ball like peanut butter and jelly
I was about to say, what was the water ball stats?
He had 2 catches.
All them people you named.
Yeah, man. I mean, he spreads the ball and he throws it to whoever's open. He don't have a receiver that's his favorite. He said all the receivers is his favorite.
So we got the rankings. We about to hop into that.
Number 1 LSU 10-0.
Before we get there, we gotta speak on it. Alabama, they lost Tua. He was projected to be either the number 1 or 2 quarterback taken in the draft.
Shout
he
out
is
Tua.
done for the season. Had to have hip injury. He broke his nose. Had a concussion. He dislocated his hip.
Yeah.
So he took a bad one. The game was out of hand by the time the injury had happened. People wonder why Saban didn't take him out the game or whatnot.
Yeah,
it was the first half, man. It was the first half.
They said he was going to take him out. They said that was his last series. That was going to be his last series.
You know what? They should have took him out after the first quarter, because after the first quarter, it was like 28-0.
Well, why Joe still playing against Ole Miss then, deep in the fourth?
Well, Ole Miss was still
But Tua was already hurt, though.
Ole Miss came back.
That number 2.
Tua done had 3 surgeries before that injury.
That number 10,
I'm not risking
10
him.
was still scoring well.
But that was later in the game. Y'all got up big early in the game.
It was 28-0.
That quarterback for Ole Miss started scoring in the third quarter.
But Tua had 3 injuries already. I'm not going to keep him out there.
No.
Yeah,
Joe ain't had an injury.
No. Yeah, right.
Tua done had 3.
Yes.
So you just don't think he finna get hurt because he had a surgery?
No.
Well, I mean,
he done missed out on $20 million in the draft.
He played against LSU.
For Alabama.
He played against, he sure did.
That ain't
Yeah,
fair
he
at all.
did.
They missed out on a lot of money.
He did have an NFL draft contract insurance policy.
Tanking for Tua. That's what they were calling it.
Tua gonna get healthy and be
Now
back stronger than
And
ever.
now they jogging for Joe.
Yeah.
Now they jogging for Joe. But let's get into the rankings. The number 1 team in the nation is LSU.
LSU, go Tigers.
Number 2 is Ohio State. Number 3 is Clemson. Number 4 is Georgia. So if the playoffs were to start today, it would be LSU against Georgia. It would be Ohio State against Clemson.
And guess what? Guess what? We're gonna change that in a few weeks, because if Georgia meet up with LSU in SEC championship, it's gonna knock them out of the number 4 place.
Alabama might
What's
move
about
up.
to happen is that Ohio State gonna have to beat Penn State this weekend.
Yes.
And that's
That's a
gonna put them
big
ahead of
one.
y'all.
That's
I'm
a big
looking.
one.
I'm looking.
But that's gonna
Yeah.
put them ahead of y'all because of the strength of the schedule.
That's gonna
That's
put.
gonna
That's gonna put who
ahead of
ahead of who?
That's gonna put Ohio State over,
Man,
over
no.
LSU.
Do you know how many top
No.
10 teams LSU beat compared to
I'm just
how many
telling
top?
you.
No, they're not.
that's
That's
not-
not
they
gonna
didn't say,
happen.
Who y'all play this week?
LSU staying number 1, man.
Who y'all playing this week?
It's not who we played this week. It's how many top 10
But
teams
who
we
you gonna
played.
play this
We
week?
beat the number 2 team, number 3 team in the country. We beat the number 7. We beat the number 9. Who Ohio State beat?
They was just number 1 a couple of weeks ago.
But anyways, let's move on, man, to UL.
UL real
football.
quick, man.
Phil, you have stats for UL? Or you?
No,
I got
ain't
some.
nothing for y'all.
Go ahead.
37-27 over South Alabama, who was 1-9. UL is now 8-2.
8-2, man.
The quarterback Lewis,
Wow.
16 for 29, 136 yards, 2 touchdowns. Mitchell, 17 carries, 117 yards, a
Go,
touchdown.
Elijah.
And Mr. Bell, wide receiver, 3 receptions for 51 yards. And just UL been looking good. I hadn't seen them have a season like this in a long time. They're 8-2, man.
Yeah, and Raymond Colley had 13 carries for 77 yards, and Trey Ragers had 10 carries for 52 yards. So those 3 backs, they get fed every game. And I think we still leading the nation in rushing. I'm gonna have to double check on that.
Shout out to the Cajuns.
Yes.
Shout outs, man. Shout outs.
Raging Cajuns, baby.
NBA.
NBA. Let's move
get
on to
to
the
it.
NBA. What we looking like up there? Oh,
We got the standings. We got the East standings. I'ma just go with the first 8. We ain't got to go through all of them. Number 1 is Boston. Number 2 is Milwaukee. Number 3 is Miami. Number 4 is Toronto. Number 5 is the 76ers. Ben Simmons just hit his first 3-pointer. Shout out. 6 is the Pacers. Number 7 is the Magic. And the 8th seed so far is the Charlotte Hornets.
5 and 8 Nets.
And in the West, number 1 seed, the Los Angeles Lakers.
Go Lakers.
Number 2 is the Rockets. Number 3, the Denver Nuggets. Number 4, Los Angeles Clippers. I think they got a good game tonight. Kawhi and Paul George
Lakers,
should
baby,
be playing.
12 and
First
2.
time for them.
Should be playing.
Don't gloss over that Rockets duo up there.
Number 5, Dallas Mavericks. Luka.
Yeah.
almost averaging a triple-double.
Luka.
6 seed so far, Utah. 7 is Minnesota, and 8 is the Phoenix Suns.
Phoenix Suns, surprisingly.
And we can't go without saying last night because they got Lakers fans up in here, and if we don't say it, they'll probably try to come slice my neck.
Go Lakers.
LeBron James, first player ever to record a triple-double against every team in the NBA. So we're going to give a little hand
That's a
clap
stat.
to
In
that.
the history.
Shout out
in
to
the
that.
history, baby.
That's
in
a
the
stat.
history.
LBJ.
Sexual
LBJ.
chocolate.
Shout out to that. You know what
In
I'm
the
saying?
history, baby.
In the history.
LBJ.
Anybody got some NBA talk they want to talk about? I got league leaders and whatnot, power rankings. We can get into all that.
Go ahead.
I just say we look real good last night. I watched Rondo coming in there when LeBron coming off the court, and Frank Vogel still trying to figure out the lineups because we got rolling. He took LeBron and Rondo out at the same time. Offense got stagnant. So if we can keep Rondo healthy going into the playoffs, we a championship team.
Well,
I said it.
And I tell you something else too. You know, man, it just looks so much easier for AD out there on the court. I watch him in New Orleans, and I watch how hard it used to be for him to. He made a lot of baskets, and he made a lot look
Did you
easy.
see the chemistry
but-
him and Rondo got already?
Yeah,
Them
well,
up
I
behind
mean,
the back.
that's the same
Hey.
chemistry
Hey.
they
It's
did
November,
in New Orleans.
fellas.
I seen that.
That's the same exact
November,
thing they did in
fellas.
New
I'm
Orleans.
just here to tell you.
Ryan, you just ask us if we had something
I'm
to say
just- I'm
about it.
pointing
Well,
that
don't,
out.
well,
I'm
don't, you
pointing
don't need
that
to
out.
point out that it's
I'm pointing
November.
that. I'm just
you just
saying.
ask us for our opinion, and
I'm
we
just
giving
saying.
it.
Them Nets
Hey.
look good too.
Was that
Them Nets.
the Nets?
The Nets. Why
Like
worried about
like
the
the
Nets?
Nets, the Nets on the rim at the lake for the Lakers goal. You mean?
Points per game. Let's get into these league leaders. Points per game. Number 1, James Harden, 39.2.
Wow.
He's still
Yeah,
averaging
James.
almost 40.
What?
Greek Freak at 30
I
points
didn't
a game.
realize that.
Yeah,
Bradley Beal at 30 a game.
bro.
Luka at 29. Damian Lillard at 28. Kyrie at 28. Karl Towns at 27. Trae Young at 27. Andrew Wiggins at 25.
Siakam.
And Pascal Siakam since
Siakam.
Kawhi left. Assists per game. We showed it last week. Still in number 1, LeBron James with 11 assists per game.
Bron.
Luka Doncic with 9. Ricky Rubio with 8. Trae Young with 8.
Luka.
Malcolm Brogdon with 8. Jeff Teague with 7, Fred Van Fleet, James Harden, Jimmy Butler, they all averaging about 7 along with
James
Kyrie.
Harden with 7 stats also. That's pretty good.
With 7 stats?
Luka.
I mean 7
Assists.
assists. I said 7 stats.
I had to get you.
Good job.
Rebounds a game. Andre Drummond, 17.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Drummond.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
What-
Average. That's average.
That's average.
What else?
Andre Drummond.
Hey, what else he does?
Look, I got all 3 of them.
He
at
scores
the
every
top.
once in a while.
What else he does?
Hey, I got the top 3 of those players.
he
on my
should average
fantasy.
30 rebounds
Yeah.
again because he don't do much of nothing else.
Greek
got-
Freak, 14. Sabonis, 13.
And
So
I
we only got number of
Sabonis.
rebounds.
I got all 3
Greek
of them.
Freak is
Gobert, Capella, Kevin Love, Towns, Vucic, Whiteside, and Doncic. That the rest of your top 10 as far as the rebounding goes and the power rankings. Because somebody asked us, y'all need the power rankings. We got the standings, but these are the power rankings on
Yes.
how they're actually playing and probably where they fall in the pecking order, East or West. Number 1 is the Lakers.
Go Lakers.
Number 2 is the
Let's
Celtics.
go, baby.
Number 3 is the
Let's
Rockets.
go, Lakers.
Number 4 is the Bucks.
It's the Lake Show.
5 is the Clippers. 6 is the Jazz. 7 is the Nuggets. 8, the Miami Heat. 9, Toronto Raptors. And 10, your Philadelphia 76ers.
Philly Field.
As the third coming of the what they used to call them with Magic Johnson with the back in the 80s, what they used to call the Lakers. I wasn't a fan. back then.
Showtime.
Showtime.
It's the third coming to the Showtime.
The Showtime.
The
Lakers.
Lake Show
Yeah.
is back.
Now this right
We
here,
back,
y'all.
baby.
This is
We
too
back.
early. I call this little segment right here too
There
early
you
for
go.
MVP talk, but we gonna talk MVP real quick. If the season was to end right now, MVP talk. These would be the 5 that would probably be in the conversation for the talk right here. Number 1 would be Giannis, and no particular order. That doesn't mean he's number 1 overall. Giannis
like
would
a
be in the
good order.
conversation. 30 points per game, 6 assists, 14 rebounds, a block, and a steal. LeBron James at 29 points a game, 11 assists a game, 8 rebounds a game, 0.6 blocks, and a steal. James Harden, 38 points a game, 8 assists, 5 rebounds. Kemba Walker doing good with Boston.
Yeah.
Boston looks a lot better
Kemba
with him.
Walker,
Oh, yeah.
He fielding real good.
Yeah.
25 points a game, 4 assists, 5 rebounds. And Pascal Siakam, he's actually in the conversation. 27 points a game, 3 assists, 9 rebounds.
So they got Kemba up there
you-
with 25, 4, and 6.
You know what, Ryan? G?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
You know what?
That look like Brandon Ingram numbers.
You know what,
I
Ryan?
guess it's because your impact on the team, I guess.
Yeah,
But they
yeah.
didn't have
I
a good
see
season
Tatum
last
making
season.
the big shots.
I
You
tell
know.
you what,
see Tatum
somebody
making-
else that could be on that list, and it could be AD, and we could mess around and have a
Yep.
co-MVP
They don't wanna- they
on
don't
the
wanna
same
put
team.
Anthony Davis up
Nah.
there.
On
Yeah,
the
because
same
AD still had
team.
38 last night.
Yeah, that's what I'm
34.
saying. You
Yeah, I got him
and-
on fantasy.
And
34.
he trying to be the D part of the year, and he making a case for that. He leading the league in blocks, 3.2 blocks a game right now.
So that's our NBA talk. If y'all got
yeah.
anything else while y'all watch us, questions y'all want to ask us about NBA, NFL, feel free to go ahead and post it underneath our videos or whatnot. Let's get in the boxing, fellas. Big fight going on this
Yes.
weekend.
3 days, 25 minutes, and 28 seconds counting to Wilder Ortiz.
Two, yes.
What's your take on that, Mr. Phil?
Man, my take on that, I just think Wilder need to watch himself this time. I mean, because in the first fight, that was a good fight, man. Ortiz shook Wilder up like twice, you know.
Yeah.
Until that big right hand hit him in the TKO came in the 10th round. But I'm picking Wilder, but I ain't counting Ortiz out because Ortiz remember that from last time. So you got to do something.
Yeah, I'm taking Wilder specifically because I think he looking at that. Well, if he can get past this fight, he looking at a big check with that next fight with
Yeah.
Tyson Fury. So I think he need to go ahead on and take care of his business with that, so we could have a good build up for the next fight.
But he got to win convincingly. He can't win like last time was good, but Ortiz was just a few seconds away from, you know what I'm saying, had him tied up on the ropes a little while.
Yeah, and I'm not taking nothing from him now because he could knock him out in this fight.
And then he dropped weight too. He dropped a little bit of weight too, so he's not as heavy as he was in their first fight. So
Yep.
that might mean something.
I like Wilder, though. I like Wilder.
Yeah, I like Wilder. He don't run, he fight.
Saturday, November 23rd, 6 to 9 p.m. Premier Boxing Champions.
Going down this weekend.
Wilder 2, Ortiz. Let's get it.
All right. We got
Also, they have Cruz and Flores also fighting on that card,
Yeah, the undercard.
on the undercard.
high school.
High
Yep.
school. They had some big games, and it's narrowing down because we into the second round of the playoffs. All of the private schools that had the bye weeks last week, they gonna be playing, so it's in full swing right now. But you got some stuff on the high school?
Well, I just got the scores. You know, I ain't really got in depth. I got some scores for you if you
Go ahead, give
want
them
to
the
run down the
scores.
scores. I got a kid in 78 to 28 over Benton. We got Airline 55-21 over Southside. Southside, good
dang,
run.
Southside.
Good run,
Southside.
Southside.
That was their
Good.
first year eligibility,
Yep.
and they all had a good season.
Como, go Spartans.
Yeah,
Upset.
man.
This the upset of the week in the
Yeah.
state.
Yes.
Spartans.
This upset right here,
Spartan.
Como over Slidell.
And we
The Spartans
smashed them.
42-14 over
That's
Slidell.
the number
42-14.
6.
Congrats, Como.
That's the number.
Congrats,
That's
man.
the number 25 seed over the number 6 seed.
That's
Right
right,
in there.
baby.
Right in there.
That's what we do,
And
Spartans.
we got Eunice 35-27 over Plaquemine. Karen Crow, the Bears 41-7.
The number 5 Bears.
Let's go
Salmon. There
Bears,
you go.
baby. Let's go Bears.
Northwood Shreveport, I believe that is. Where you know about them? All right.
We're gonna be hosting Northwood this week.
Yes, this week.
Okay.
That was, last week's scores was 7-6 over Rain. Car 49-21 over Cecilia. Good shot. Kenya had a good little run this year. My
Dang,
son.
okay.
They ran into Edna
okay.
Carr, that number 3 Edna Carr.
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
but
Carr.
they played a good game.
Yeah, they did. Carr and Carr and the Niners is the team that beat Cecilia twice in the dome. So just to
Yeah.
put that out there. Back in the day,
Carr won a championship
Carr
the
is
first
good
year
every
they
year.
opened up.
Yeah.
The first year that school opened, they won a championship
All right.
in the 90s.
We got Brobridge 35, my alma mater, Brobridge Tigers 35-12
Yeah.
over North Terrebonne. We got
Yeah.
Westgate.
I think that was South Terrebones.
Yeah,
South
Number
Terrebonne.
6 over number 27.
Yeah, South Terrebonne.
Yep. We got Westgate 39-7 over Lavinia. We got
Westgate.
Turlins Catholic 18-14 over Parkview. We got Marksville 28-21 over Erat. Let me see. We got Church Point 64-26 over let me see what that is right here. I read that bad. Let me see. But they beat somebody at 64-24. I really
Come
down
on
bad.
now, Phil.
All right, now I got Jennings. Jennings Bulldogs 34-20 over Carroll. Kaplan 46-14 over Borgia. We got Welsh 14-12 over Franklin. Louisville 48-30 over Lake Alta.
Just so everybody
All
know,
right.
Acadiana number 1 gonna be hosting number 16 Walker.
Okay.
Como gonna be hosting number 11 Halton. That's where
Uh-oh.
that's where your boy
Uh-oh.
Dak Prescott
Yep.
from.
Yep. That's up there by Bossier.
You might need to go to the game, Ryan. Dak might be there.
Yes, we will be to the game, baby.
Karen Crow gonna be hosting at Northwood Shreveport.
Uh-huh.
Bro Bridge gonna be hosting Bell Chase.
Chase,
Bell
yep.
Chase.
Number 11 Bell Chase. Westgate going to Assumption. And Eunice at Plaquemine. LCA hosting Holy Savior. Notre Dame gonna be playing at Catholic New Iberia. STM big game against Evangel. And Turley's playing De La Salle.
All right,
Yes,
man. That's
yes.
the high school
Shout
right
out
there,
to all the
baby.
high schools,
Good
man.
luck
Yes.
this week, fellas.
Now we about to get into it, y'all, because we've been discussing it amongst ourselves. Colin Kaepernick.
Ooh.
We kind of got into it last week, and a lot of stuff has happened over the weekend or whatnot, so we're really going to dip into it right now. What are y'all opinions? What do y'all think? Whose side y'all on? We got to know. The world wants to know. So let's get it. Who want to go first?
Well, I'm gonna go first. I just think that the NFL, the way they put that out for him, it was a lot of the players said it was unusual for them to have it on a Saturday and for limited media exposure and all this stuff. I just think that was kind of fishing myself. I don't know what was the purposes of that, but I think that Kaepernick, as far as him changing the practice,
Does somebody want to lay out what happened? Does anybody want to lay out what happened with the change in the venue and all that?
Well,
Before we get into it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Go ahead and lay it out. Go ahead and lay it out.
Well, Ryan got it.
okay, well, what happened
Whatever,
was about 30 minutes ahead of time before they were supposed to actually get to the facility, there was a waiver. And the waiver wasn't the standard waiver that usually players
Okay.
would get that's
Yeah,
going
free
into,
agent players. Mhm.
You know, they had some language up in there that kind of said, now this is up for debate. They couldn't really prove and say, but a lot of reliable sources said they had
and they gave it to him right before.
that they had printing up in there saying that you wouldn't hold the NFL liable, you wouldn't come back with any more lawsuits, we giving you a tryout, things of that nature. Now, the story goes that from there, Kaepernick's lawyers told him not to go ahead and sign. He wasn't comfortable with it, so he went an hour away to a high school. 8 scouts came along. The rest of them left because they didn't have time for it, what they said, whatever.
Yep. He sent a message out to all
And
the
Kaepernick
teams, and
went
8
to
of them showed
the high
up.
school. And
Yep.
the 8 teams showed up. And
Now the
that's-
workout that the NFL had scheduled was a private workout with
and they said, and it's supposed to have
with
25
no
teams.
media. With no media, it was just gonna be the people in the building against Cap word on how the workout
on how it
went.
went, yeah.
So I'm just saying, I don't even really know what the whole stunt was about with giving him setting up the workout. If everybody's saying
Okay.
Jay-Z had something
Okay.
to do with it.
I'm glad.
Everybody
you know
said
what?
Jay-Z had something
You
to do
know
with it
what?
and all
I'm
that.
glad.
But let me tell you, let me
let-
get this out. If the main thing we all forgot about is the workout. They set up a workout. It was a workout. So whether he worked out in the parking lot
Yeah.
or wherever he worked out at, we should have been talking about the workout.
I've been ready. I'm staying ready, and I'll continue to be ready. The ball's in their court. We're ready to go. That's
And
what
that's
Cap had
after
to
the
say.
workout when he let the world see the
Yeah.
workout. And I'm glad I got a chance to see it because the NFL didn't want me to see
See
it.
it, yep.
They was
But
gonna
I
allow
think the
nothing but-
workout was
They was
overrated.
gonna let nothing in there, nobody in there, but the scouts, the receivers that they had in there that might have couldn't even catch. You know, so
Nah, I heard a
And
lot
they
of
probably had to sign a waiver or something not to
they
say
had their
anything.
own receivers.
Go, Rich.
So basically, like what I was trying to figure out, like what Waylon was just talking about, like where did this all escalate from? Just coming out the blue in the middle of the season, announcing that it's gonna be on Saturday. You only have 2 days to comply. Like you said, Phil, about the cameras and the venue and the place that they're doing it, knowing that these
No media
coaches,
access.
No media.
knowing that these coaches gonna be preparing for other teams. Now, so I went digging a little bit to try to figure out, and from what I found is that this is basically Jay-Z. Jay-Z was applying pressure on Roger Goodell. And Jay-Z told Roger Goodell basically whenever he came in and joined him, and they did the press conference for the social agenda and social injustice and halftime show performances. When they did that, he said he basically took a reputational bullet for Roger Goodell. So in other words, I'm gonna do this here, but in return, you're gonna have to give this man a workout. And from what I was reading and watching, they've been putting pressure on Goodell, like, you need to make this happen this year. You need to make this happen now. And it got to the point where, they went ahead and did that. Now, the thing about it, though, that's a little conflicting with me is that I feel like by Jay-Z doing that, he may have just helped the NFL close the Colin Kaepernick door.
He probably
You know what I mean?
And that's what the NFL wanted to do. That's what I feel like. That's all they want to do.
Because they use because whenever you do these workouts and stuff, you call them, hey, individually, you call the agent, I want to work him out, we interested in him, we want him like that. But they had a few teams that wanted, and so what they gonna do, the NFL gonna host this thing where they have all the teams and they got a big umbrella, so no light
they don't do for anybody else.
No light is
Nobody
being
else.
no light is being shined on a certain team. It's the whole team. That way, if things don't go right, hey man, you know what?
All 32 teams
for whatever reason,
Can I say my little
that's
point?
why we couldn't sign him.
Cause we got like 6 minutes left.
You good.
My point is, okay, from what I heard, and these are facts that I've heard, and I've been watching ESPN, Fox Sports 1, all this, that, and the other. From all the athletes that been talking about private workouts, they said the way it usually goes, that's standard procedure. It's private. There's no media in there. That's from what I've been hearing. Now, also from what I've heard is that Kaepernick wanted to have his Nike people go in there and shoot a Nike commercial.
Yeah,
that's been confirmed. I heard that.
I heard that.
He wanted to shoot a Nike commercial. The NFL, they were going to let the people come in and shoot the Nike commercial, but since Colin didn't end up staying over there, they went over there with the Nike camera crew or whatnot and went to go do it at the park. I believe it's like this. I believe that the NFL want to try to cover their behinds.
Yep.
But Colin used their platform to further his message.
Yeah.
I don't think Colin want to play ball.
But
I tell you the truth. I don't think he want to play ball because other athletes said too. What he did in that park, throwing that ball long 60 yards,
right.
They said that's not a workout. They said you can get a quarterback that's been in the NFL and been to a Super Bowl and get him to go throw the ball to some wide receiver, 60
not just
yards down the field.
Did you watch the whole? You watched the whole workout?
I'm telling you what NFL players said. They said that wasn't a workout.
Well, that's
you
just
said
what
you
they showed
want to
on
get
the-
them in the facility going up against some opposition, doing some real drills, not just airing the ball out. So I'm going off of what they said.
Yeah, but Ryan,
So my thing is just that I don't think he want to play.
Honestly, whenever you're working a quarterback out like that, you're not gonna be in no cover two schemes or no Tampa 2 coverage.
You're
not gonna be out there trying to
It's like
break
a
down.
Columbine.
You're not gonna be breaking down the
just like a
defense and reading the
combine.
defense. They want to see if that receiver could run a 15-yard out and that ball gonna go on the money. That you could run a
need him
deep
to be able to
post
make all
and
the
that ball
throws.
gonna go on the money.
That's a personal
That's
combine.
Well, just from what I was, and hey, I'm going off of what
You
these
time the
NFL
drop back
players
time.
said. They said from them watching the workout, just him airing out the ball. If that was the workout, they said if that was the workout, then they do more than that.
Maybe that's all they saw. Maybe that's all they saw was that. But that there, what you're talking about, they don't have coverages and D-backs and all of that trying to stop you whenever you're trying to do that. They
And plus, they said they
tested-
wanted to see, like, they wanted him to run a 40 to see if he still
That's
had
right.
his speed.
Yeah,
because
that's right.
that was part of his,
Yeah.
you know, like Lamar Jackson.
it.
or whatever.
Yeah.
They never got a
That's
40
right.
time on him. They
Yeah.
never got any of that on him. I just think Colin used them. The NFL used him. They used each other.
I think it got to that point,
nothing
Ryan.
gonna get
I
done.
think it got to that point whenever the NFL started off with the negotiations. Once they seen
that was
that,
suspect.
and the lawyer got with him was like, you know what, man, I don't even know if this is gonna be legit.
Yeah.
So I tell you what, if this is how they want to do us, let's go ahead and we're gonna
That was to
play
save
in
face.
this.
Speaking
and
of the
we're gonna do
lawyer,
that.
today it was reported on Speak for Yourself on Fox Sports 1 that his lawyer, Mark Garagos, he was on a podcast this morning, the Adam Carolla Show, and he said that there are two teams that I think are in the hunt. One who is legitimately in need of a QB because their QB had a bad showing this Sunday, and the owner doesn't give a spit. So people are suspecting that might be the Tampa Bay Bucks they're talking about and another team. So that's coming from the lawyer. So we don't know what's going on.
At this point, I have to see it to believe it.
That's what I'm talking about.
At this point, I mean, with all the
That's all
shenanigans that went
It's
on
just the
over the
way-
weekend and they hear the she say he say back and forth.
They was last minute with him. He was last minute with them.
It's
just
ridiculous.
Yeah. So I mean,
So that's where we at with that, y'all.
But one thing I've been waiting to hear from Jay-Z, and he's never
never said
came,
it.
he's never
Never said
commented
anything.
on it.
I think Jay-Z was responsible for him getting the workout.
Yes, I truly know he probably was. I can pretty much bet.
But then
that.
I don't think he got nothing else to speak on it. He
I'm just
set it
pretty
up
sure
and
he
then it's
came-
on y'all.
I'm just pretty sure he came make a deal with, this is a win-win situation. Hopefully Colin get a deal. You can give him another chance to work out in front of everybody and say you did it.
Just imagine the paperwork for
that's
that
all
when they
about.
signed him.
I think the NFL is scared of Colin Kaepernick
Yeah.
because they don't know what he's gonna do at any given point right now.
True.
I know he can play ball. I
He
look
can
at-
play ball,
yeah.
no
I look
doubt,
at him making the
100%.
throws, and I'm looking at the guys that's out there
That's
playing
out there.
ball on
That's what I'm
Sunday.
saying. And,
'Cause-
and
'cause
dropping
look- 'cause
and dropping
look,
like flies,
'cause
getting
look,
hurt, and all that stuff.
You think about it, man. The NFL has never done this with no player before ever in the NFL.
Yeah.
If you want more talk like this and more content, we all over, man. We on YouTube, we on Facebook, we on all the social medias.
Yes, we
That's
are.
our Facebook right there. The Division Podcast. Whenever you go to Facebook, look for that. The Division Podcast. Look for our logo, and you'll be able to see us also on YouTube. The Division Podcast. What I said? The
Yeah,
Division
that
Podcast.
Texas country.
We have over. Shut up. And say, we have over 40 videos on our YouTube page, so be sure to go ahead and check us out. Also, AOC, if open access here in Lafayette, Louisiana, they carry our podcast. If you just want audio, you can go to AOC.com on the internet. And also, we're on Google Play and iTunes. And also,
Friday.
our TV times. We
Friday.
premiered last week. This episode is going to be premiering Friday. 6 p.m.
Yes. Tune
AOC. I know if you have Cox's channel 15.
6 p.m. Friday.
If you don't have Cox, please look up your local listings. And we replay on Mondays at 4, Tuesdays at 5, Thursdays at 2, Friday at 3 p.m., and Saturday at 6 p.m.
Not
so be
sure
sure
if you're
to
not
check
sure
us
if you're
out.
gonna be there with the football going on Fridays, put it on your DVR. That's what I did.
There you go. Just DVR us. We'll always be there. Or also check us out on the audio. So that's our y'all. We're done. On behalf of the Division Podcast,
Yes.
I'm Ryan G.
Reggie F. Baby.
I'm Mr. Taylor.
Philly Field, sitting holding it down.
And we'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Nice.
Holla.
Peace.